but I am being told we are ready for some Res Infinite. So turn it on over to Dashnir, and let's keep this rhythm block going.
Hello, everybody. Good day, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. I hope you're doing good today. So my name is dashnir, and we are going to be running Res Infinite today. If you're not familiar, Res is a rhythm rail shooter developed by United Game Artists, published by Sega for the Dreamcast and PlayStation 2 in 2001. This game is heavy on flashing lights, other dense visual effects. So if you're sensitive to that type of thing, headphones on. This game is great to listen to, but this might not be one to watch. Uh oh. Appears I'm. Sounds good.
All right, we are having some brief technical difficulties. We'll be back very shortly. Give us just a second. As Dashnir was saying, though, just as a reminder, and we do have it on the screen, there is flashing lights and basically visual flashes. So anyone who is subject to seizures or anything like that, this is kind of your warning. As Dashnir said, put the headphones in, minimize the tab, and just listen in on the sounds and the music of the game. So rhythm block, it's going to be wonderful. You already know that. We'll be back very, very shortly once we get these tech issues taken care of. So while we're finishing taking care of some tech issues, just a reminder that if you haven't already noticed, but we're a very fast community. What's the best way to keep up with us? Follow us on Twitter. You can use the command !Twitter in chat now for a link, and don't miss out on all our important news and community events. I do believe we might be set to go, so let's try this again.
Hello, everybody. Looks like we are on and ready to go here. So, rip to that time we just made up in the schedule, but we'll see if we can make some of it up with this run here. So, like I was saying, this is Res Infinite there. This is a port of a game originally released in 2001. It's based on the concept of synesthesia. If you're not familiar, it's a perceptual phenomenon in which the stimulation of one sense can lead to an experience in another sense. In the course of this game, any action I take will have a corresponding reaction later on in the beat to the music. So again, just because we were having technical difficulties before we started, if you're sensitive to flashing imagery, dense visual effects, this is not a good one to watch. There's a lot of that in this one. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get this started. So we are playing any percent PC today, which means we will be playing the first 4 areas of this. Area 5 is only required for the 100% category. Okay, 100% or Area 5 will only be for the 100% category, which we are not running today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Time starts when the logon text disappears from the screen. I'll count you down. That's coming up in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Res. Res is a rhythm rail shooter, and it features a lock-on targeting system. So I hold down the button, highlight what I want to target, and then let go to attack the enemy. In this case, most enemies in this game only have a singular hit point, so we just want to defeat them with single clicks. Get to this cube at the end of the level there, and it moves us to the next layer in that area. So each area progresses from layer 0 to a layer 10. I'm sorry, programmers, the future is 0 indexed. I had nothing to do with that decision. I just work here. And going fast in this game comes down to getting to this cube that we just defeated here. So what we want to do is we want to defeat the correct groups of foes that are on this screen to progress the layer forward until we get to the cube. And we hit the cube 8 times to advance to the next layer. So going fast in this game is just getting to that cube and getting through bosses quickly. Bosses are the only real RNG in this game there, so we'll get into boss RNG when we get to the bosses. In the meantime, get your headphones on, get your cat jams and chat there, and let's have some fun. So you can see here, I just leveled up there. So leveling up is done by collecting the blue power-ups and filling the bar on the bottom left of my screen. Leveling up doesn't actually increase the amount of damage we do in this game. It just gives us an additional hit point. And also increases the delay, or decreases rather, I should say, the delay between when we fire and when we're defeating our enemy. And if we're going nice and quick there, we can ignore these missiles, but not today. Alright. So while we're going through the rest of this area there, we can probably kick it over for a few donations until we get to about layer 8.
I don't have anything new at the current moment, but just a reminder, if you do want to donate to this wonderful cause, !donate in chat. We do have all those wonderful bid wars that currently got opened up for runs later on this evening and tomorrow morning.
Alright. And do get your !donate in there, because this is a important thing to be keeping an eye on. Everything is under attack here, and that is no good. So just while we're moving through the levels here, you can probably also notice that in addition to the blue power-ups, we've been picking up these red power-ups. These red power-ups are our overdrive attack, and overdrive is your good old-fashioned smart bomb. Defeats everything on the screen, gives you a little bit of vulnerability there in order to avoid attacks. Generally speaking, we're using that either to clear a layer very quickly, because there's a lot of targets, or to get through particular phases of a boss very quickly. So in the next layer, we're going to be coming up on our first boss of the game, and the bosses are what have the most RNG in this particular game. Bosses come in 3 flavors, depending on how well you did in the preceding stage. So those bosses come in either as Mega, Giga, or Terra level bosses. And the higher the storage media, the more difficult that boss is going to be, the more patterns it'll give to you. So generally speaking, you want to keep your levels low in order to get through boss quickly, but the trick of that is your boss is based on how well you're doing in the stage preceding. So you do need to go fast, so it becomes a mix of managing how difficult of a boss you're doing versus how quickly you can get through the layers. So the first boss is Earth. Earth is represented by this globe here. I call it the disco ball. And it's pretty simple boss overall. So what you want to do with Earth there is you start by stripping off this outer shell. Nice and quick. And that gets us into this core here, and then you just want to damage the core. So you probably notice I'm not doing full lock-on combos with this fire. As I mentioned, you can lock on to 8 of these guys at a time. We generally feather either in 4s or 6s just because that's a little bit faster. You don't have to wait for the lock-on confirmation. And then you just keep going here. And if you don't see tendrils there, you are moving. So in the last phase of the boss, he thought he'd get sneaky there, is the wheel, and we just bomb the wheel. Does a lot of damage to all these panels. It's a lot easier than trying to get rid of them yourself. And one more wheel just for good measure. And we're through. So at the end of every level, you get a scoring system, apologies there, that tells you how well you did. For any percent, we have no scoring requirements. You just have to get to the end of Area 4 as quickly as possible. In other difficulty modes, like hard mode, you do have to score 100% in the 3 categories. The categories for scoring this game are support items, which are the item pickups, shoot down, get rid of all the enemies, and analysis. Analysis is hitting the cubes at the end of each layer. We always hit the cubes because hitting the cubes is fast and we don't want to go slow.
I got time to sneak in a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
I've got $10 from Pirate Sword that says the res party don't stop because the res party is infinite. You got this, Dashnir. Go, go, go.
Oh, thank you. It's one of my roommates. Ooh, you got one guy way over there. Yeah. So we missed one guy going through there, so that is going to just mean that we're short one power-up. Not the end of the world. As like I said, power-ups are mainly just to get you additional hit points there, so... So now we're starting to get into foes that take a couple more hits. So the big ships we saw earlier take 8 hits. These guys take 16. And I'll just wait for the cube. So like I was saying earlier, there is almost no RNG in the actual layers leading up there. All the RNG is in your bosses for the most part. So we know where these foes are coming out pretty well at any point. So a lot of this comes down to muscle memory as opposed to a raw mechanical aim. It's not to say that aim doesn't help. Oh, we got a fast twist there. That's fine. Fast twist means I didn't pick up that power up there too, but we don't need it. We're going. We're grooving. Yeah. Yeah. So moving up next, we got some more of these wall guys. Another big queue. Alright, yeah. So I started picking this game up there because this is something I originally played forever ago on the Sega Dreamcast, and I kind of just forgot about it there for a bit. And then I was watching a charity run for video game preservation there, and that was one of the games that was on. And it's like, oh yes, I like this game. So we went back and started playing it. And when I replayed it for the first time, I noticed as like the amount of time I actually got through this might have been a leaderboard run. So then I was like, well, can I get on the leaderboard? And all it took. So these are beefy guys there. They take about 18 hits. And... yeah. Alright. So now we're on to laser form. Laser form is second last form there. Why is it called laser form? Well, my targets are now lasers. So lasers are very fast. Only the final form has a faster attack, which we won't see to the next layer just because of a missed power up early on. We're just going to keep getting these guys. If you have anything else there, we got about a 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, about a minute before the boss.
Nothing new so far. Just a reminder, again, we are raising money for the Midwest Access Coalition. You can learn more about them by visiting their website, www.midwestaccesscoalition.org, or by checking their Twitter account at Midwest Access or !charity in chat.
Alright, so we're coming up onto the next boss there. The next boss is Mars there. Mars we want to fight on the Mega. If we fight it on anything but Mega, it's a 2-minute time loss just to do 2 additional phases. So when you think of Mars, what kind of boss do you think?
Big and angry?
Big and angry. You wouldn't be too far off. So the desert planet is actually a jellyfish. So, Mars is the longest boss in this game outside of the the 100% category. First phase is tendrils. It's pretty simple there. Second phase is hole in the wall. So you get these doors and you have to shoot the 4 targets in order to break the wall. Because we're fighting on the mega difficulty, I know the orders these are coming out in. It's always up, 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 down, down, 2 spins, and then 2 sets of rotators. And this is the part where they really test your mashing finger. Yeah. And then you got the spin, and then we get the rotators, which are just walls that move. I don't know, has anybody got any walls that move at home? I don't tend to like that in my house, but... so then we get into another set of these guys. Same thing, shoot down 4 of them, move to the next one. Those were very kind tendrils. And now we can damage the core. So this is Core 1. Core 1 is actually HP gated there, so no matter how quickly you match there, you can only get to about half health. And then he displays nervous system. So nervous system's pretty simple. You just shoot the yellow dots there in order to progress. Sometimes it'll put one off the bottom like that. It's very annoying because you have to move your camera to get to it. Because this is an older game, there is no independent camera control, so the only way to move your camera is to actually move it to the end of the screen like that.
So I just want to take a moment to say welcome to our raiders from UFO Techie Screen. Just to give anyone who's coming in with the raid a heads up, we are giving you a photosensitivity warning on this game. So if you are sensitive to photosensitivity, you might want to tab out, just listen in. No shame in doing that. Still a great soundtrack to listen to.
Oh, welcome on in, Raiders. I hope you're having fun tonight there. So yeah, big sensitivity warning on this one, but also big headphone warning. So get some cat jams and cat, because you're going to need them. So this is why I was talking. I can't reduce his health anymore until he opens the core. And good. Alright. So that's the end of Area 2. Now we'll be moving on to Area 3, which is my personal favorite track in this game other than Area 5. Just wait for the scoring. There's nothing you can do to skip this. You just have to watch it every single time there, but you can hold down the button to make it go faster at least. Yeah. Yeah, so in Area 3, we're going to start seeing some of the beefier enemies in the game there. And we're going to pick up a couple extra enemies here there just to make up the last 3 level up slots that we need in the bottom there for some additional speed. Okay. Yeah. And again, most of this is the same there, so I always know these guys are coming out. Get that. Power up, cube is in the same spot. Shoot it 8 times and go on through. So there's a rare crash you can hear up in here, hopefully not today. Okay, we're usually past where that would be. Excellent, and there's our final level there. So the final level is what I like to call just pure music there, and it's this little rotating beat cube there. And that's good, because this form there, the fire delay between targeting and shooting is nearly instantaneous. So now's when we can really start mashing things down. No missile today. Yes, missile today. I'm not playing risky for that in a marathon. Three more dudes. Don't even need to shoot that one, but we did anyways. Damn. So these guys all take 3 hits. And we get a couple more of these mollusk guys. 3 more hits. And here's something I like to do on my stream when I'm running this game. Snake, 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 snake. You don't have to shoot any of these snakes to progress. That cube comes out the same amount of time no matter what. These snakes, on the other hand, you have to actually attack a whole bunch. Oop, that was a good second snake. And you know what? If you act right now, we'll throw in a 3rd snake absolutely free. Or you can donate for a 3rd snake. I don't tell you what to do, but you should donate.
All right, you heard dashnir. Exclamation donate in chat. Get that 3rd snake.
Yeah, 3 more. Swoop. And I think we're good on these missiles today. Yep, we are moving on that one. So I'm going to talk a little bit about boss scoring going into the next boss here. The next boss we're fighting, we want to target fighting at the Giga level, which is 1 level up from normal. If we get it on Mega, it's not the end of the world there, because it just means that you did a little bit better than you had to. So if we do see Terra, you know, we're not going to worry about it. And this is the first place where we use an overdrive in a layer just to clear it quickly. And this is my 1 hydration break in the run there. So none of these boxes actually matter. They don't count towards your score rate. They don't count towards your defeat rate or anything. They're just there. If you're playing score attacks, sometimes they have points in them, but we're not playing score. Excuse me, we're not playing score attack today, so. All right, and we have successfully targeted Giga. Yay! So this is Venus. Venus is a giant base. And because of the music and what Venus is there, my split for this is actually called All Your Base. Hitting these things in the height of their popularity.
I was going to make that same joke.
So you just want to shoot down these lasers for the first phase. Once you get about halfway, you can usually drop an overdrive just for some extra hits. And we're almost through that one there. So, this is an outer shield wall. What do you think we have next?
I guess an inner shield wall?
I'm sorry, I'm going to need you to repeat that one you cut out on my end.
Sorry, I was going to say an inner shield wall.
No, missile pods.
So close.
Yeah. I mean, so for missile pods, it is pretty self-explanatory. You just want to mash these down as fast as you can. They all take about 4 or 5 hits. I like to use an overdrive here, which actually does differ from the world record route. And that's nice, because this game does have a little bit of flexibility in that, man, there. So if you find one layer or boss phase particularly difficult, you can use your overdrives there instead of somewhere else, just whatever's comfortable to you. So coming into the final phase here, this is the core. You have to hit all these red things in order to open it, or you can use a bomb and just hit them all right away. So this is the core. Now through testing, we've actually found out in the res community, it is possible to kill that boss in one layer just with perfect mashing. I don't have perfect mashing there. I'm only a normal individual. I am about a mere mortal. If you want to see really good mashing there, the world record holder in this game is Hiri, and he's a mash master, I guess I will say. That's the end of Area 3 there. How are we doing on time right now? I don't have that up.
You're sitting at 22 minutes at the current moment.
Oh, yeah, okay, we're doing good. So we're moving into Area 4. Area 4 is the final area. I've nicknamed this area Anxiety Drums. Oh. Alright, and I like this level because it kind of just builds up throughout this whole area there until you get to the end. So for Zone 4, we're going to be defeating almost everything to get to the cubes. We fight this boss on the maximum difficulty level, and it's because it's just too slow to actually go through the level otherwise.
I got time for a couple of donations that came in?
Absolutely.
All right, I've got a $10 donation from Spaceman Dan that says, love the look of this game and some great beats. Best of luck with the run, Dashnir.
Oh, thanks. That's my other roommate. You guys are great.
And I've also got a $25 donation from Tarukai788 that says, love to see this group fighting for important causes while bringing great runs to the table.
Oh, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it, folks. There, this is our Reds community is very small there, but we very like what we do, so I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying things. So those guys we just went through in the last layer there were the beefiest enemies in the game. They take 36 lock-on to defeat there. Nothing else takes anywhere close to that except the boss. So we bomb there just to clear fast there. Sometimes one of those guys can stay off of screen there, and then you have to wait for them to attack before you can hit them. So did anybody miss doors? Because we have more doors. So with these doors there, the trick with them is if they combine before you defeat one of the halves, all the damage you've done to them is actually healed. So you don't want to see them ever clamp together if you can help it. So if you have any other announcements or you want to talk about insensitives, we probably are good until we get to Area 10.
No new donations at the current moment. Again, we do have those wonderful bid wars open for Silent Hill, DS Legend of Zelda, Samurai Jack, and Puyo Puyo Fever 2. So definitely be looking forward to getting those donations in plenty of time, since the first of those, Silent Hill, is not till later on tonight. But also, just to let you guys know, we are only about $82 away from $2,000 raised so far. I would love to see if we can get to before we get to the end of this rhythm block, if we can hit that $2,000 goal.
Folks, I would love to see that $2,000 there. We're just going to get rid of that one because sometimes he does like to attack me. He's a sneaky one. All right, so we're moving on to the final boss of the any percent route there. So you're probably wondering just what we were doing in here this whole time. So the plot of this game is that in the future, computer networks have gotten so terribly convoluted there that we couldn't handle them anymore. So we started something called Project K, which is an AI system that was meant to control the computer networks of the world. Like any good sci-fi plot, Project K gains sentience. But don't worry, instead of destroying everything, it just started questioning its existence there and shut down. And we're on a mission to go and wake it up. So this is the final boss of the any percent run there. This is the Running Man. We're trying to damage this blue cube in the, or not cube rather, this disc right here. And every time you hear that drum roll, we're moving on to a next phase there. So phase 2 is the snake. And if we're fast, we won't see the wheel. And he's being sneaky, so we're probably going to see the wheel today. Yeah, there's the wheel. That's fine. So he likes to hide behind this wheel. It's actually very difficult to hit the core behind this wheel. Alright, and we're moving on. So, call this boss the Running Man. This is why I call the boss this Running Man there. Phase 3 is this little running dude, and we are just trying to chase him down through all of these tunnels. And we only really get damage on this thing by hitting the core there, so just want to try to keep the targeting reticle a little bit high on the body, so you're just hitting that. And we're on to the last phase, and with good damage, so time's going to be coming up soon when the boss explodes. I will count you down. Ooh, I got hit! All right. So I wasn't planning on getting hit there, but if I was getting hit there, I was looking to donate $25 for hit, so look for that in the donation tracker after we're done. Time is coming up. 3, 2, 1, time.
GG's.
All right. So, what was the time on that?
Give me 1 second. Let me make sure. It looks like we're 28 minutes, 2 seconds.
Not bad, not bad. So the record for this right now is a 26:09 there by the aforementioned Yuri there. So coming in under 30 minutes is what I was out here to accomplish today there. So I'm very glad to hear that. I'm also glad that I had a little time to come and support this there, because this is the first time I've ever done a marathon. I can't think of a better way to start in something that's super important like this. So we're not done here, folks. There we have some more first fighting for abortion rights. So please do stay tuned there, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the marathon. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably shout myself out or something, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to shout out yourself or the community a little bit, just so if people who might have saw this and said, I'd love to play this, how can they get started?
So if you want to get started in this there, all of the community information is on speedrun.com under res there. There is not a lot of information out there, but I'm happy to help if you have questions. You can find me at twitch.tv/dashnir. Primarily, I am a variety streamer there, but I do have some different speedrunning content now and then. So if you like variety there, come check me out. And in the meantime, we will send that back on up to the host.